Hi, viewers. Welcome to another episode of the Nanaya Yeboah podcast. It's June. It is Black History Month, and I am privileged to have a Black musician with me in the studio with his manager. Manager, right? Well,
Promoter.
Promoter.
promoter Buki Ojo. So we have BePraize in the studio with us. And you know what? Before I go starting with everything, let me say that I acknowledge your work. I have gone through your work on Instagram, on YouTube, and it is beautiful. The expertise with which you handle the sax is excellent.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Nanaya Yeboah podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You are very welcome. So this is very timely since it's June and it's Black Music Month, and you are here with us. You are going to do a concert very soon, June 21st.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you, even though I'm not the one doing the concert. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you. Thank
But for those of us who are not privileged to know who Be Praise is as yet, who is Be Praise?
you. BePraize is a musician from Nigeria, from a state called Osun State in Nigeria.
Ocean State.
Yeah,
Okay.
who has been playing sax for almost a decade now.
Mm-hmm.
Who relocated to Canada and I won't say, let me just say like 2 years back. And
Mm-hmm.
by God's grace, he's a graduate. Uh, doing music right here in Canada and a family man.
Mm-hmm.
What else do I need to say? My original name is Akintunde Adegoke. BePraize is my
Arcade today.
Akintunde Adegoke. So, but BePraize is my stage name.
I will just either stay with Tunde or Akin. Which
You're
one
good.
do you want?
Anyone is fine. Anyone is fine. Anyone is fine.
I don't want no wahala.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Good.
the beautiful thing about your stage name Be Praise is that the Merriam-Webster dictionary defines Be Praise as praising greatly, repeatedly, or excessively.
Actually, the name came from um, my original name plus what I love to do, which is to praise.
Ah,
So, okay, so one of my name is called Ebenezer. So
Ebenezer.
exactly, so I picked E from Ebenezer, and I added
Yes.
that to praise. So it became
Well,
be praise. And what I do is to play sax. So it's be
yes.
praise sax.
Be
So that
praise sax.
that is
Okay.
it. That's how yeah, exactly.
But there is a Merriam-Webster definition for be praised, and
Yeah,
that's what I
It's
found. Wait,
amazing.
wait.
I'm
it's
just,
the same thing.
yeah.
It's the same thing. Like it's the same thing.
That is
Thank you.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Great, 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 great. Oh my goodness. So, how was growing up like for you? Because you grew up in Nigeria, you pick up the sax. It's like, you know, how was growing up for you psychologically and you picking up this particular music instrument?
Mm. Well, I came from a family of six. I'm the first born, and my dad is also a lover of music.
Hmm.
Doesn't sing like that, but he loves music. And above all, he loves to see his kids, his children, doing something in church, right? So
Hmm.
right from time, for as far back as when I was 5 years, I've been part of the choir. So my whole church, we had like four different type of choir. Four. So stages,
Hmm.
as you're growing, you move to another choir,
You graduate.
So I went through almost all of them before I left my home church. So it started from usually I sing, not even usually, I sing up to now. So I can sing, and I was trying to like express myself. Um, at that tender age. But in that choir, we have so many people that are better than myself. They are older than me. So they used to give them the mic all the time to sing. I didn't get the opportunity to sing. So I feel like, you know what, let me do something different. So I started learning how to play other instruments. We have many singers, many good ones. So I started playing, and at some point, I became the best or the second best drummer in my church then. So after some time, I started playing keyboard, little, bass, guitar, just a little. Then moved to trumpet. I stayed more on the trumpet for a longer time.
Mm-hmm.
I can play trumpet very well. But after some time, I moved to sax. And that came because I love to watch Pastor Kunya Ajayi whenever he's playing. He's a pastor in
Mm-hmm.
Redeemed Church.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime he's playing to worship God, I love to listen to him. So it was like
Mm-hmm.
an inspiration for me. So
Mm-hmm.
one day, and then there was no, we have like a couple of them that play sax. You can hardly find a saxophonist in Nigeria then, only very few of them. I'm talking of 20 years ago, very few of them. So for you to even get close to them, problem. For you to even have access to the sax itself, problem. Today I have like 8 of them, but like then, to even see one saxophone, like so I was unable to moving from being a trumpeter to saxophone player. It's kind of difficult because I don't have access to that. It was expensive to get. But one day I went for, again, my own church usually do what we call uh, uh, musical conference every year. So all that's all over Nigeria anyway. So you
Mm-hmm.
just pick one state. All churches will send their delegates down to that spot to learn one thing or the other musically. Once you are done there, you get your certificate for that year. So I went for advanced trumpeter at that time. So on getting to that space, in my hostel, I met with other guys that came from Obasanjo's church in Abeokuta. This Obasanjo's church, they came with like numbers of sax, with numbers of saxophone. They have money. That was then President Church. Like my
Oh, the president had a church.
of course, yeah. Not his personal church, but that is where he worship whenever he goes back
Oh,
to his home
okay, okay, got you,
from
got you.
Abuja. So the church
Okay.
has money.
Mm-hmm.
They can afford to buy the sax. They can, so they came with like 5 or 6 saxophonists. All of them brought their own. So then in one evening like that, they wanted to go play football. I don't like to play football. I love football, but I don't play. So I was just staying there. I said, I'm not playing. I'll just be watching. So they all came and dropped their sax with me. And this is me that I don't have access to one. It's looking for access to one. So I just pick up one. I spoke to the guy. I said, can I just play one? He said, no, just help us look at it when we come back. I said, okay, fine. I waited. When they finished playing football, he came back to me and I was like, okay, yeah. So what do you want? I said, okay, let me just play one. Show me how to. So he brought it out, placed my fingers on them. That was my first time getting close. So he placed my fingers on them, told me how to run one key, which was key C as I then.
Mm-hmm.
It was easy, like just straightforward. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. So like he showed me that, and then right there immediately I started singing. I started playing. So everybody was like, "What? Like, have you been learning this before?" I said, "No." Like my very first time. So all my background, my ideas from playing trumpet was
Mm-hmm.
transferred to this one.
Just the sax.
Just that it has some kind of different fingerings. Like it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
You have to use all your 10 fingers on the sax, almost at the same time. Your fingers are working together. But on the trumpet, it's just 3 fingers working. So like you can transfer the knowledge, but the fingering is different. So it doesn't cost me like 2 3 minutes. Immediately I started blowing. I started singing with the guy. Body was like, wow, wow. I said, so I was encouraged to get one, to go get one. And that was when I go back home. I spoke to my parents. They gave me some money. Then I went to get one of my own. That was 2004.
Well, we have to give a shout out to your parents for,
Yeah,
investing in the
exactly.
sax and in
Exactly.
you for us to have this opportunity to, experience the wonderful sax, the wonderful way you play sax. I watched, I heard, and it's like, that is smooth like butter. That is smooth like butter. So
Thank you.
now I understand. In one of your notations on Instagram, you say, can you be the melody that stays in my heart? No, you wrote something, but I phrased it as it's similar to what you wrote. So my question to you is, can you be the melody that stays in my heart?
Mhm.
Is the I thing working? How does it go?
He's a lover boy. Of course he can be.
He's a musician. He plays the sax amongst other music, amongst other how do we call it,
Instrument, musical
instruments.
instrument. Yeah,
Yes, and and segueing into that, it's like, you say that your music is telling a story. What story does your music want
for
to
the
tell?
concert. You mean for the
For the
concert?
concert, for life, for love, for hope, for joy,
Where
for
for
everything.
generally, music is it has to do with story. Like people always compose something from mostly their experiences or what they are going through. That is music for you. And when it comes to playing sax, obviously, how good you are and how well you're playing right now also can tell from your past experience or what you are going through at the moment. If you are happy, you probably sound well. If you are not really happy, you won't do the way you should do it. So uh, sax is a very classic instrument. Easily you can preach love with it. Like if I want to, play around now, maybe I want to like show how you love somebody. I can pick up my stars and play for you, and easily you can probably understand what I want from you. I can so just you can use these. You can um let me come back to church. Let me come back to church. So sax again, musically, you can also use that to appreciate God, to worship God most of the time. That was
Mm-hmm.
even the background for me. So
Yes.
for the concert, it is also yeah. Before the concert, I've been to so many places. Like people get who shed tears of joy, seeing me
Mm-hmm.
playing in their homes,
Mm-hmm.
in church, at events because they were happy what I'm doing. I transferred the some kind of joy to them from me.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that severally. Like when people just burst with tears just by listening to not even spiritual now. It's just like the joy of having this thing being played for them at their special date or special days. So to me, that's a lot for me. So again, relating that to the concert that is coming up, I'm telling a story with the music because of what God has done for me. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
the the most important aspect of it is just to like giving
Mm-hmm.
back to Him. So far,
Mm-hmm.
so good for what He has done in the years, even what He's doing personally in my life. I've been through one or two issues that is only God I can say yes. Like if He didn't say yes that time, I probably wouldn't be here. But the concert is focusing on Him. For me, it's just to give back to God
It's
for what He has
concentrated
done.
on their creator.
Exactly.
Well, even David West is going to get funky
Yeah, yeah, he
on
says
that
so,
day.
and I'm sure he will. I'm going to bring him on stage to dance that day. I will do it.
So if David West is going to get funky, I don't know. What about those of us? We were going to get extra funky that
Exactly,
day.
exactly, exactly.
Now, you are doing something. Some people get into music and then, there are challenges, so they fall by the wayside. Can you share with us some of these struggles, challenges, and what you've overcome on this musical journey, and how you did it? Ah.
um, Back home, like
Mm-hmm.
I said, you hardly find a sax or even find a
Mm-hmm.
player that can teach you. So for me to even learn how to, it became a serious problem. And thank God today that was in the past. Now I
Mhm.
can teach others. So like I learned to play by ear,
Mhm.
listening to people from YouTube instead of having a one-on-one teacher. So that took me a longer time to be able to develop faster. So it took a longer time than necessary. That was a major challenge for me. But by God's grace, that was in the past, like I said. So again, when I moved down here, trying to um, make a living from it became another challenge.
Mm.
Because like it is something that has never been. I've seen two or three saxophonists that were here before I came. That came
Mhm.
from Africa, like Nigerian community, but like
Mhm.
they don't do it the way I want to do it. So to break into that market was also
Mhm.
a challenge for me to be able
Mhm.
to sell myself, to let people see the value in what I'm bringing. Those days when people see, even up to now, when people see a DJ, they're okay.
Mhm.
Once they have the DJ for the wedding, for the party,
Yes.
they are good. They don't think about you as a sax. So they
Mhm.
feel like, oh, what are you bringing? What value? But as time goes on, I was able to create this. That okay, I can add it to your event. I can do this. I can do this. For a
Mhm.
wedding, for example, I can do your cocktail hour while
Mhm.
people are still waiting outside the lobby before they enter into the hall. I can be playing for them.
Mhm.
For your for the celebrant uh, grand entrance, I can also play that time. For the first dance, couple's first dance, I can also play. For
Mhm.
dinner as well, I can also play. So these are things they were not there before. I created that space. Okay, let me see what I can put in here. And then only one, if you try once here, you try over
Mhm.
there, people start seeing it, they like it, and they start calling you back. So to start with, they don't, not that they affect it immediately. You have to do some free job, going to places for free, just doing for passion. And then later it became something that started paying my bills. And to
Mhm.
God be the glory today, um, I've been living on music for some years now without doing any other job.
Wow. We should have just started with this. This is so inspiring. And the reason being is that sometimes many people face these challenges of being musicians and they fall on the wayside because, the poor musician kind of mindset that music. But you've created a niche, and as you said, it's the value you bring to it. So I think the biggest lesson I'm taking from it, and anybody listening to the Nanaya Yabua podcast, the biggest lesson to take from BePraize Sax is to create value in whatever you decide to do. It is the value that sells. It is the value that brings people to you. And just as Rome was not built in a day, you have to put in some sweat equity, which
Exactly.
he did for free. But before I dig in more into you and the program, let's come to your promoter,
Mhm.
your beautiful promoter. Ha- so, eh, Buki, tell us a little bit about yourself and how this connection came to.
So, hi everyone. Thanks for listening to us so far. My name is Bukio Joe. I'm the CEO of Boxit Promotions. It's a public relations and event management company. I have been privileged to be in B Praise's events, some of the events that he's mentioned that he's played in. And I remembered maybe 6, 7, maybe up to 10 years ago, I remember being in one of the events and I was saying, this is new. I've never had this before, considering I've been here for a while. And I remember that he had this thing where it would match his saxophone to the dress is wearing. So if you see him wearing a blue jacket, you will see him carrying a blue saxophone and maybe a blue shoe. So and for someone like me, I will notice things like that.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
already met him without him knowing I've met him. And fast forward to 2023 last year, we were at an event together where I was working, he was working there. And I was outside, I saw him coming in, and I was like, oh my God, you're going to be playing here today. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. We exchanged numbers. And that was how, I mean, the rest is history because we had to work together
Mm-hmm.
for that particular event. I
Mm-hmm.
had to go from that event to the United States to go cover another event. By the time I came back, we had already started the talking, and he had already told me that he was planning to have the second edition of his concert.
Mm-hmm.
Because he did one in 2018. He couldn't do another one in 2019 because of COVID.
COVID.
And he has a lot of testimonies to tell from 2018 till now. And I remembered maybe 6, 7, maybe up to 10 years ago, I remember being in one of the events and I was saying, this is new. I've never had this before, considering I've been here for a while. And I remember that he had this thing where he would match his saxophone to the dress he's wearing. So if you see him wearing a blue jacket, you will see him carrying a blue saxophone and maybe a blue shoe. So and for someone like me, I will notice things like that.
Okay.
So I already met him without him knowing I've met him. And fast forward to 2023 last year, we were at an event together where I was working, he was working there. And I was outside, I saw him coming in, and I was like, oh my God, you're going to be playing here today. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. We exchanged numbers. And that was how, I mean, the rest is history because we had to work together
Mm-hmm.
for that particular event. I
Mm-hmm.
had to go from that event to the United States to go cover another event. By the time
Mm-hmm.
I came back, we had already started the talking, and he had already told me that he was planning to have the second edition of his concert.
Mm-hmm.
Because he did one in 2018. He couldn't do another one in 2019 because of COVID.
COVID.
And he has a lot of testimonies to tell from 2018 till now. So I said, okay, let's get started. It was a challenge for me. And here we are. We're just less than 3 weeks away from the 21st of June. And it is magic in my eyes now because every time I wake up now, I'm like, 20 more days. This more days, like there was a time it was like a year
Yeah,
away.
great.
Now
Yes.
it's just, you know,
It's
just few
getting
days
it's
away. Yeah,
yes.
so yes, this is how we started. We've gotten the honor of the mayor and the deputy mayor of
Richmond.
Richmond Hill. You heard it in his video that it's going to be funky.
Oh
And
yes.
Chan, the deputy mayor Chan, we had an event last week. We were there, very hyped, gentleman. He's also coming with his entourage. The police of York regional police are also coming with their presence. The fire department is coming with the presence. So a lot of people everybody wants to see this guy. The board of trade are coming. Everybody just wants to be part of this, and you can't blame them because the first thing they all do is like you did, go online, check him out, and go like, oh, it's
Mm-hmm.
really good. And because it's a different thing,
Oh.
arts and performances to
Mm-hmm.
the event itself. So it's going to be come and experience the rhythm of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Come and see how he's going to use saxophone to play African music, and you will still enjoy it.
Ah,
Come and
I,
meet other African people. Come and hear us speak our language. Come and dance like us. Come and dance like us. Come and try our food. Come and see some of our artworks and displays. Come
mm-hmm.
and have an experience. When you've
Yes.
worked Monday to Friday, Friday on the 21st of June is the longest day of the year. We didn't choose that, but that is just divine. That just happened divinely, honestly. We found
Mm-hmm.
out a lot more about that day. And then you said something when we started. You said June is music,
It's Black Music Month.
Black History Month. And so when I
No,
heard you say that,
Black Music. Black
Black
Music.
Music Month, I
Yes.
Really?
didn't know that. So
Yes.
there's a lot of things just falling in place in our favor. So again, he has a story to tell, and he's using the saxophone to tell it. And I'm just very privileged and blessed to be the promoter, pushing this out, letting people know. I'm very humbled by it. I'm looking forward to a day that everyone will speak about for years to come.
Be praised. And
Be praise
and
Sax
I
platform.
am excited. You start saying storytelling, and I get really excited.
Oh yes,
Be,
because you are the master storyteller. I agree.
because the power of the story or the narratives we tell will shape
Mhm.
the future of all three of us and our community here.
I
So
agree.
I am really delighted you using your sax to tell a positive African story, not a negative one, and you are how do we call it, healing and bringing to get us all together through the music, through sax, and all this creativity. Um, so back to you, be praised.
I'm here.
I, almost don't make me put on canvas. Oh, me, I can chase you. Hmm.
It's okay. It's
If
okay.
I
It's
say I
He's
start,
available. Scratch
I'm
that. Scratch that.
unavailable.
I'm just
They
joking,
don't
no.
know the secret.
Scratch that though. You heard you say he's a family man. I was just joking. But
Oh,
he's a lover boy. He's a lover boy. All the ladies are always gushing. So
don't worry, I'll
I
take this
guess
part out.
I guess that came from the job as well. If I
yes,
ask you a question to that
yes.
direction, I will answer. If not, don't worry, I will leave it.
So, okay. So moving forward, say, as a saxophonist or as an artist, given the opportunity to perform and or open for any artist in the world, who would you
Hmm.
choose to?
To perform with,
Either you being an opening act or performing with.
Hmm.
well,
Hmm.
I think I do have I'll say I have two options.
Okay.
So one for church music and one for secular.
well, that is the versatility that you see, and I must say I respect you in that you are not so boxed in one space, but
Mhm.
those of us that don't go to church can still enjoy the greatness
You see, for
of
for
your
me,
blessedness
you see, for
out
me,
there.
for me, music is music. Um, there, what matters to me is good music, and even
Thank you.
gospel music simply means good music. So you call something good because the tune is nice, the lyrics is okay, it is friendly to everybody. That is a good music. At
No,
that point, I don't.
the lyrics is not just okay. The lyrics are excellent.
Okay. Oh, yes, yes.
Thank you.
Excellent. So, and it is friendly for everyone, both
Mhm,
adults, young, the old, children. So for me, once you have that, I don't care who the singer is.
mhm,
It to me is a music. It's a good music.
mhm,
So I can perform those songs.
mhm.
I mean, I can't come to your wedding now and start playing holy music like church
Nana, you're
music.
getting married soon.
So
Bookie,
I
don't
can't
start.
come to exactly. I can't be at the wedding and start singing church music like that.
Tan,
No.
tan, tan, tan. Nana, it's coming your way.
So I have to be able to do something related to what you are doing, like to the kind of
Mhm,
event you have. But
mhm.
still,
yeah,
I will not go outside, you know, the standard of my own definition of good music. So
but do
that's why
you
I'm
have
saying that
somebody that you
I
would like
do.
to play with?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm going there. I'm
Oh,
going there.
sorry.
So I'm going there. So that was why I said I would like to say, gospel music and secular. So for the
Mhm.
gospel one, I will go strictly with the one that has always been. Uh, I would say is my what English now? It is
Mentor?
somebody that, yeah, a distant mentor.
Mhm.
He doesn't know me. Well, we've met, one or two occasions and we talk, but like we don't have that relationship. Even before we met, he's been there, but not knowing that he's there. He doesn't know he was there for me.
Yeah.
Because I listen to him a lot.
You you can have a
So
mentor without having that, but
yeah, so
gather
I've been
information and yeah.
exactly. So I've been watching him right from time, like 20 years ago. So I
Mm,
listen to him a lot. I play like him. In fact, when I play in some churches, they say, you play like Pastor Kunle Ajayi. So I would love to
mm,
perform on the same stage with him if I have that
okay.
opportunity. That's for
Amen,
that.
sir.
And it
And
shall
then,
come to pass.
amen. If you have to
Amen.
go to the other side, I will say Kenny G.
Kenny G,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
isn't he a comedian?
No
No,
way.
he's a lover boy like him.
Eh,
One of the biggest that the world has produced.
okay.
Saxophonist, yeah.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. It's great to hear. I thought you give me an Afrobeat musician, but
Mm-mm.
since those are the ones
Mm-mm.
I heard you
Mm-mm.
do. I heard the Essence Wizkid official that you did, and
Yes,
it's like
I've done all of them. I've
whoa.
done all those ones.
And then
Like
the Buga one is like,
uh,
oh, it's like, oh, this
even
guy's got it. He's
that
got
Buga
it.
one. That Buga, even the owner of the song saw it, he was amazed. Like it was
Hey,
like, well, who is this guy? Because
yes,
I had a friend that
that
worked
is
with him.
right.
So that
That
one
is right.
exactly.
You are indeed versatile.
Thank you.
Versatile. So now, just to round it off, since the time is not too much on our side and it's getting darker, June 21st, 6 p.m., go a little bit more into it. Let the audience know what it is about and then, where to get tickets, where to get your links, both you and Bookie.
Okay, so firstly, I'm excited to announce to you all that BePraize Sax Live is coming up this month,
Mm-hmm.
June 21st. So if you are an African, you're from Ghana, you're from Nigeria, whatever, any country you're from in Africa, and you are here in Canada, in GTA, most especially in Richmond Hill, please come out for your boy. Like, come out. And if you're not even from Africa and you're listening to me right now, I'm inviting you. It's a special invitation for me to you. I love you. Please come out for me. We're going to have a blast on that night. That is a night of glory, a night of testimony. It's going to be more of African music, drumming, dancing, even food wise, you know, dressing and all of that. Come out and experience. Let's bring Africa to them here in Richmond Hill. It's going to be happening um, at the Richmond Hill Center for the Performing Arts, and that is, if I get the address correctly, that will be 10268 Young Street in Richmond here. And the time is 5 p.m. for red carpet, and the event starts proper by 6 p.m. We're going to have, we're having many artists coming to join me, not just me on board. We have somebody called Chigo's Wisdom coming from Nigeria. We have somebody called Samsung coming from Nigeria. We have uh, Killer
The
Prince.
king.
We have Nicola Prince, we have Yemi TPS, we have Fumi Oladipupo, we have Matthew, and then we have some comedians from Africa as well that are coming to also, make you laugh. You know, well, after listening to music for some time, you want to have somebody to like, tell you some jokes, make you laugh and feel relaxed. Like because the music you have to dance. When you dance, 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 and you're tired, you sit down comedian will be able to come on board and engage you with their stories, their funny stories. So we have Taco coming on board as a comedian. We have fourth born comedian. We have Big White. We have Obatunde Agbaosi. We who else again? Yeah,
There's a lot of acts.
there's
Yeah,
a lot of
there's a
us
lot
coming
of
on. We
acts.
have some dancers also, and then we have choir from other churches and all of that. So a lot of things coming up on that day. Just get prepared, come around, come with your dancing skills. I cannot wait to have you. Trust me, you can get tickets also available. Again, I can deliver tickets to you by myself, like to your house if you want. I have tickets for 5, for 10. I have a pack for you guys, not too expensive, but kind of classic. And bring out to your house if you want. Then you can get your ticket online directly by yourself. just go to www.bepraisesax.com. www.bepraisesax.com. And I'll be glad to have you. Thank you.
I would like to emphasize on the day off itself, which is that please, there's no African time. Honestly, there's no African time. I mean, it's a big theater, is a theater that works as a Canadian theater, and so time is of an essence. I would encourage you all to come out by before 5. Red carpet starts at 5. There's a lot of side attractions coming up between that 5 and 6 o'clock that you really, really don't want to miss. We have a good slew of vendors coming to showcase what they have for you. We have pictures that you can take with the guest artists, all of them coming, and then most importantly, with BePraize Sax himself. The date again to re-emphasize it is June 21st, 2024. It's a Friday evening. You've worked from Monday to Friday. Don't even bother going home. Don't worry about food. Just come. We got you. We got you. Go online to www.bepraise. The praise is with a Z, sax with an X.com. BePraizeSax.com. Get your ticket, it's going really fast. You're going to get an opportunity to meet some community leaders here. You're going to get an opportunity to see what is happening in Richmond here because they're coming in their full force. And we want to know you too. We would like to know you. Come share our story so we can share yours. We're looking forward to everyone. Come dressed. Honestly, people are sending me their dress stuff and I can't stop laughing. A lot of people are already going to buy dresses and their hair ties and they're like, Bookie, is this good? This is, and I'm like, yep. It's going to be a life.
Yes.
It's going to be happy. Come mingle. There are going to be a lot of business owners there. Come mingle. Come do you. Come and share your testimony with us. And again, bepraisesax.com is where to go. I give it back to Nana. Nana has been great. I'm looking forward to all the Ghanaians in our community to come out and support their boy. He said he's their boy. You gotta, come and give it to him. He needs your love. He loves you all. I love you guys all. Please come and support. Let's do this. Let's show up in numbers. And did I mention that the king is coming? The Ghanaian king is coming.
Which one?
I don't know his name right on top of my head, but you know what I'm going to do? I'll get his name because it's a Ghanaian name, so it's hard for me. I think it's King Nana something, Yeboah something. You know what? She's going to put it in the notes, right,
Yes.
Nana? But the king is coming with his entourage and it's beautiful and it's colorful. Trust me.
Beautiful. One of the reasons why I still do this podcast and I love this podcast is the platform it offers to our community or to all Black people that I come across, both here and back home, that our stories need to be told. And these wonderful transformative things that are done, the inspiration behind it, the tenacity, the dedication to your art, not giving up, giving joy to people. Be praised. Thank you. For you, Bookie, as well. I know doing promotion is not an easy job, most
Mm,
especially for some of our people. So I salute you in doing that. I have
thank you.
done this thing in the past and I just leave it to you guys to do it. And you know
Thank
what?
you.
When B Praise was, talking and was taking, when you dance and you get tired, you know what song popped in my head? I don't know who the musician is, but I think it goes like this: dance, 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 and forget yourself.
Shino
Yeah, Shina
Peters.
Dance, 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 and forget your sorrow.
Peters.
Hey, yeah, that's a good
Yes.
one, girl. You're
Forget
so
your
good.
sorrow.
Yes,
Nyeka
so
jo,
Exactly.
that's
nyeka.
a new line. Dance,
Yes.
dance, dance, and yeah, come and dance, dance, and forget your sorrow.
Forget your
Thank you,
sorrow.
girl. I'm gonna start writing on that. Thank you.
Beautiful. Guys, it's been a beautiful
Thank
conversation
you.
with B Praise, who is doing his show June 21st in Richmond Hill at Richmond Hill for the Performing Arts. Please don't miss it. Thank you so much, guys, for choosing the Nana Yayabua podcast. being part of this journey, my journey, and allowing me the opportunity to be part of both of you, your story as well. Thank you.